Metahumans Mondays. This is going to be an exciting show. And with me, we have a new special guest, one of my friends, Alfredo Guzman. Thank you for joining us today. Good to have you here, dude. I know we've been wanting to have you for quite some time, so it's fantastic to have you here today. And joining me as well, Francisco, Boy Blunder. Fantastic, dude.
So,
Always looking awesome there with the Red Ranger helmet in the back. I think I never see the Red Ranger or you in the same room. Maybe you might be the new Red Ranger, dude.
oh, crazy.
Have the power morpher. All right, so we got some cool topics today, man. We got a lot. Well, we're gonna jump into the most breaking of them, right? Which is going to be the Snake Eyes trailer from GI Joe, and man, I'll be honest. When this trailer came on, as I was watching another YouTube video, and I didn't catch like the beginning of it. So when it started, the music and the theatrics and the fighting, and I thought it was like another. I thought it was like you know what? You guys remember like all the Jet Li movies and like you know what I mean? Like
I got that same feeling.
that's what I thought, and I was like, oh shit, this is cool, man. Like what it, and then as it started going, I was like, oh wait, is this the freaking Snake Eyes trailer? And like, yeah, that's how I basically saw it. I had no idea that's what it was the first time when I saw it today. And yeah, it looked great. Albeit it was short. It's because it is a sneak peek, so this is obviously not the main trailer. But man, this looks really good. I would go as far as to say this is probably, I mean, the better looking. I mean, it looks like they got like, I'm not 100% sure. I'll check right now, but I don't know why I got like John Wick vibes with it too for some reason. If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
it looked really clean. You know what I mean? The action looked like on point, like at each step.
Yeah.
And some of like the earlier GI Joes, I remember like not to knock them, but they're a little clunky.
Uh huh.
Some of the action, but yeah, this looked really good.
It did. It really did. What did you think, Francisco, when you saw that?
I was on the same boat as you. I thought it was like a Jet Li film, just like whoa, the action, just the sequences was moving so great, smoothly, and I was just like, this just feels. It has that feel of like a kung fu Jet Li movie,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just keeps going, and it's pretty cool. I wasn't even aware that this is before Snake Eyes lost his voice.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I read that up actually later. That's interesting, huh?
Yeah,
So this is this is legit like the origin
complete
story,
origins. Yep.
like real legit origin story. I had never even heard of this actor. Did you guys? Were you guys
Oh,
aware of this guy?
was it Henry Golding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of him.
Yeah. I'm looking at like his IMDb, and to be honest, I really don't. He really hasn't been in anything like big that I see here. Um, the last film, I don't know, it's his Fast Times at Ridgemont High table read video. The Gentleman. Um, yeah, I have no idea, dude. This guy got a hell of a role, right? um, just go straight to the
Yeah.
starring role, man. Holy smokes! Cause yeah, I had never heard of him before. Um, I was curious about that because when they did the Hasbro Pulse at the Hasbro Pulse Con on their website, they had him as a guest, and I was like, oh, usually the main actors don't really do the guest spots on there, right? And he gladly did it. So I was like, he must be a newer guy right here, you know. But even the
Yeah.
casting, um, although they don't say all the names of some of the characters, in this trailer we do get to see Scarlet, you know.
Yeah, I think Scarlet and Baroness, I believe, it looks like they come out.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
actually here's a slide. Oh, so there we go. There's Scarlet right there. She actually looks really good, actually. The costume looks really good. That's a good Scarlet costume. Um, so and then Baroness has shorter hair than usual, and it doesn't show her
Oh.
with the glasses. Can you guys see the slide there, Scarlet? And then
Yeah.
now the Baroness clip. Uh, but there's a I'll say Marvel Legends. There's a Hasbro GI Joe classified action figure, and the Baroness does have the glasses. So at some point she puts them on, even though her hair is shorter. So they kind of did a modification. But yeah, there is no roadblock that I'm aware of. There is no, obviously, there's no Duke because this is all origin story. Which I'm curious, does Scarlet really go way back with?
I think she's a Snake Eyes' love interest.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
In some of the comics and stuff.
And you know what else I noticed on the IMDb? I did not see him in the trailer, but this is on IMDb, so it says Storm Shadow. So someone's playing Storm Shadow in here. I no one's been talking about that, but I think it's because no one really caught that yet. But yeah, there's an actual listing in IMDb for a Storm Shadow. So there is a Storm Shadow in this movie. I'm guessing when we see the full trailer, we'll actually. There's Storm Shadow has such a big fan base that like, you know what I mean. They're gonna show us in that full trailer. We're gonna see a full GI Joe, Snake Eyes costume and a Storm Shadow probably just so. Oh, you know what? Actually, there's a Storm Shadow figure that they showed off actually recently. So yeah, crazy. Yeah. So I mean,
it's really cool how like this actually opens up to seeing the Baroness and Scarlet.
Yeah.
All like this, it actually opens up for even more Origins movies to come out, which is pretty neat.
Yeah. Yeah, that would, yeah, other origin movies would be fantastic. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what else this director did. He did the Divergent series, which I haven't seen. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he directed
I haven't seen it.
Divergent, wasn't that a book?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Okay.
I like one of my favorite actors, Peter Mensa, is in it.
Okay.
He's the Blind Master.
Yeah, so he he directed Red. That was a pretty good movie.
Oh, shit.
Red was a good
Bruce
movie.
Bruce Willis, right?
Yeah, Bruce Willis and
John Malkovich.
Yeah, Malkovich. Yeah, Malkovich.
It was like retired but extremely dangerous. It was an acronym. It was these like CIA agents.
Yeah, yeah.
Old and trying to kill each other. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. But Morgan Freeman was in there too, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I think so. I saw the movie a while back.
He used himself as bait in like this epic scene where they like shot up a mansion. That was a good movie. I actually saw that early on in the pandemic, when I was like, all right, I'm gonna be stuck in for a while. Like, I had like Amazon Prime and like I remember I think I was watching like The Boys show a little bit after that, but I remember watching Red because I wanted to see like some action hero kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a good movie. So yeah, there we go. He's the one that's directing this. So. This will be cool. He's done action before, so that's a plus side. But I'm looking forward to it, and that looked great. I grew up watching GI Joe cartoons before I go to school, so GI Joe is a big part of my childhood. I used to have the action figures too, which is funny because one thing a lot of people don't really talk about, but actually, did you have Alfredo? You probably had some action.
Yeah,
GI
I
Joe.
have the action figures, and I didn't collect them. I straight up played with them and mutilated them.
Yeah, me too, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like half of one's in a T-Rex and another one's buried in the backyard.
So
I played with them.
Yeah.
Like the rubber band that held them together got stretched.
So that what you just said right now, right now was what I was gonna say. A lot of people don't know this, but the legs are held by a rubber band. Could you imagine that now? That shit just disintegrates.
Yeah.
It's just like I've heard of stories of people buying these figures sealed on eBay, and then when it gets to them, they're all wiggly, and it's because the freaking, even though it's sealed, the rubber band inside disintegrated. So they just got these dangly legs, like if it was like a little calavera from like Acapulco, like some little toy like bongo,
Those
you know?
Cool because I was obsessed with them, and I was just obsessed with how posable they were, and with all like the weapons and stuff they came with.
Yeah.
And I would and also I'd get like the cheap ones from the Calexico Price Center that are made with like cheaper plastic and stuff, and those fall apart all quick. But like the legit GI Joe ones were always like you could pose them and they'd hold their little pose.
Yeah.
Oh, man, those things were cool.
You know, the arms and the hands on those were built really good, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's funny how they shorted themselves on the leg portion, but you always had like these Roller Bob, is it, from Toy Story? Remember the guy with like he's like on the he just has a torso.
Oh, yeah.
He has like a bunch of Roller Bob figures everywhere with the GI Joe sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, I actually, it's funny. The first figure I had was freaking, actually it might be a toss up. Snake Eyes or Destro. Destro's badass, yeah. But yeah, Snake Eyes or Destro was one I had. But yeah.
But did you happen to catch that the Toys That Made Us on Netflix? They do a
Oh
whole
yeah.
hour thing on, and it turns out that Snake Eyes, the reason he's just all black is because they spent all their money putting paint and designs on the other one, so they saved money by just leaving all black.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That is such a freaking good show, dude. I'm waiting for another season. Like I was already like, man, that the Ninja Turtle episode, I freaking love that thing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
that
that
was cool.
numerous
That was cool.
times. Great
That was a good
history
one.
on that one. Yeah. They were all very informative, but the turtle one was my favorite one of those. Yeah, that's I'm waiting for that season 3. There's so many other toy lines they could jump into, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right. Next in here, we're going to jump right into this. Oh man, this is going to be we're going to go on a long tangent on this one. So, uh Thundercats, man.
Oh.
Yeah, that Thundercats. Oh, man.
Well, like we had mentioned, it's the same director who did the King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
And I watched that movie with my kid a couple of weeks ago, and it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does service to both, like iconic monsters, and it kind of shows like King Kong is like this scrappy underdog.
Yeah.
And he fights Godzilla, and Godzilla is kind of this force of nature. But like, you keep watching the movie, and it's cool. Like you just keep kind of rooting for both of them.
Nice.
So it's like with Thundercats, and I guess even with King Kong and Godzilla, it's like an empty cup that everybody like recognizes and is cool. But whatever they do with it is whether it's gonna be whether or not it's successful or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody recognizes the Thundercats brand, but you can do something cool with it, or you can do something. It could be like that Cats movie that came out. Nobody.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. That's a good freaking comparison, actually. Holy shit! Now that I think about it, see, I was tripping out because I was like, man, they're gonna do this live action. How are they? But like right now, you just said the freaking cats. Holy shit, they can do this live action like hardcore to the T, huh?
But that Cats movie is so like it's well known for being like the CGI being so terrible.
Yeah.
Like, so uncanny valley but I'm sure they'll figure something out to make a Thundercats work.
Holy shit, dude! I didn't even think about that. We kind of already had a pre-Thundercat like that's like Thundercats like in a 616 universe or something.
The concept.
Yeah. Holy shit, that's crazy. I don't know how I forgot about that. Yeah, that wow. That's crazy.
I think it's pretty interesting too how Alfredo said, he really did a great job on the King Kong versus Godzilla. But what I was reading on was that, that was like he was hired to do that movie and all that, and it came out amazing. He did a great job. But this one is going to be a personal passion project. So that just like everything he did amazing. He can double that at that point.
Yeah. So, right on your point, Francisco. So his name is Adam Wingard. And he's like you're saying, he's been a lifelong fan. According to this is his dream project of everything.
Oh, snap.
And according to him, he says, I guess it's been in like production limbo for a while, right? Because back in the day, I remember hearing rumors that Michael Bay was gonna do it and Ryan Reynolds was like the voice, and then I thought, okay, so is it like an animation? Are we going 3D or what? Now we're like, okay, we're gonna do live action, but supposedly the director, Wingard, he supposedly said, I'm gonna read this off a quote here I see here. Thundercats would be when I was 6 years old. My real obsession with Thundercats came in high school, the pinnacle of me deciding I wanted to be a filmmaker and pushing in that direction. I actually spent most of my 10th grade year, I completely blew it. I didn't pay attention in school, made terrible grades, and the reason? I was writing a Thundercats screenplay through my entire 10th grade year, and I was handwriting it. The screenplay itself ended up being 272 pages long. I still have it. Holy shit. This is his thing, man. This is his jam. So, like you said, Alfredo, in the wrong hands, this could be a pile of crap, but I don't know. This might very well be in like the best hands possible for all we know. You know what I mean? This might be like the best person you could have handed it to. This guy was really passionate about it, man. And that is freaking cool. That actually excites me to see what the heck we get, you know?
Oh yeah.
He might, even if he's a great director and great, you know, like I think it's still gonna fall in who do they hire to do conceptual design and all that stuff too, right? Because it also falls in a lot of other people's hands. Remember what happened with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie when that trailer came out and nobody liked what Sonic.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what happens with this, right? But because of this, check this out. I don't know if you saw this, Francisco, but look what the book is going for right now. So this is Thundercats #1,
man.
CGC 9.8. Dude, it's clearing $2,000 right now.
Damn.
I've seen that, which is not just with Thundercats, but any of
Yeah.
what was it? The Silverhawks.
Oh, Silverhawks too, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just rando stuff that was like bargain bin stuff that nobody paid attention to is now like is people want it.
Yeah.
Now. They're willing to spend that kind of money on it.
Mask, right? Is Mask
Yeah,
the other one? Yeah. Yeah, see, the crazy thing is that the copies you see here that went for $2,000, you know what's hilarious? The second one there, you see what it says is Crazy Hot Book, cheapest 9.8 on eBay. This is the cheapest one, 2,000 something? Holy shit. But like, dude, the crazy thing is these aren't even newsstands. If you look at the barcode, it still has the star logo. There's an actual newsstand of this. I don't even know what that would go for. That is crazy, dude. I remember
in my boxes because I know I have a couple of these.
Dude.
When I was in high school, like I think it was an Image or something, or Wildstorm was putting out a Thundercats
They were.
comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting that one. I think I was in high school when that was being put out, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Dude, did you see it?
I know.
I'll see what I got because I don't even know what I got.
Even raw. Yeah, dig for it, Alfredo. Holy shit. You got a couple of them? What if you got a box? You got like 10 of these suckers in there.
Oh, crazy. It's like that's how big of a fan you were. Just had 10. Just got 10.
Well, I get stuff like there was a comic store in Raleigh a while back. It was just a guy named Anthony ran it, and I'd go there whenever I had money and blow all my money on just anything cool.
Dude, you've been in our auction since the beginning, Alfredo. You remember when we had this and it only went for like $12 or something? You remember that? We had one in our auction,
Yes.
dude. I mean, it wasn't perfect. But it only sold for like $12 in our auction, so
Damn.
it's psycho, dude. It's crazy what it's gone up to.
How it's not that stuff blows up, but how big it blows up.
Yeah.
It's what's stripping me out.
Yeah. No.
You were mentioning that Charizard card. You said you had the Gen 1 hollow Charizard card,
dude.
And it was $150, and you think it's selling for what, tens of thousands now?
Oh well, it's like the one I had is $2,000 now.
Oh, okay.
I sold it for $150. So I definitely should have held it longer, dude. But the one that's like the one that's like $500,000 or whatever, that's like the Shadowless first edition. That's like the rare one. The one I had was just like a base hollow, which is incredible that it would sell for 2 G's for base hollow, right? Like that. But the really rare versions, like the first edition with like the Shadowless, where like that has like a color tint on the right, that one is the one that goes for a big money, dude. Like big money. Yeah, it's insane. But check this out. This is hilarious. So when you go to IMDb, all you know is the director, right? We don't have any names attached. I'm not even sure how. If you remember the Ninja Turtles movie, we had like 4 actors. And they weren't like really big actors because they put those suits on them like what they do with Smeagol. You know what I mean? In Lord of the Rings, where they just have the balls on them and they do the motion. Which is
mocap
yeah.
suit?
So either they're gonna go mocap on this Thundercats if it's gonna be live action, or they're gonna go like Alfredo said, cats, straight up cat style, right?
Maybe they can do that, like, and it's not creepy, you know. Maybe they'll figure it out, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like they could actually pull it off.
Yeah. So because there is no like actual casting news, look at the internet's gone crazy with like hilarious movie posters for this stuff. Check these out. Wow, check these two. Look at this one, dude. We've got Bradley Cooper as Lion-O. I think in the top right we got that looks like Zoe Saldana, right? Top left we got Don Cheadle, and then the guy from Game of the Thrones in the bottom left. I'm blanking on his name, but He's like,
Snarf.
yeah, dude. But yeah, people are making their own funny posters for this. Look at this one. This tripped me out, dude. This one tripped me out the most. You guys know who Carrot Top is?
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
Oh, he's buff. He could be lying.
Dude, he's so ripped, bro. Dude, he is so ripped, bro, that like he probably could be Lion-O, man. Like, it's so crazy.
That's his cosplay right there.
I know. Dude, someone caught him with like the blue tank and everything like that. It's hilarious. You know what I mean? Like, he might low key be like a hardcore Thundercats fan. We don't even know. You know what I mean? What's funny is like I was trying to think because he was well known for his prop comedy. So that big bag that's next to him, I was thinking like, dude, are those his props or what? Crazy.
Maybe, yeah.
But yeah, he got like crazy ripped, man. Like from one day to another, it was a trip. Yeah, but it's just crazy, man. What they're putting on the internet. There's way more than this, dude. There's way more than this, but here's just like two that I saw here popped up. But yeah, people are just making their own stuff, man.
But do you remember Wizard Magazine?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Before the comic book movies were like a regular occurrence, all we had was the back of Wizard magazines, and you had if in a perfect world, who would they cast for?
Yeah,
for this or that.
The fan casting.
Yeah,
that was cool, man. I remember that. I remember one in particular where they were casting an X-Men movie, and the guy who played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat with the big jaw, they had fan casted him in Wizard as Apocalypse. And I always thought like, oh, that's a really good casting because that guy's that big jaw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shao Kahn? I get it right, Shao Kahn? The guy with the horns.
Yeah, like that
that guy.
Goro's dad or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's actually a really good casting. Next in, so we're gonna lead into the comic book of the week. So we got a little tangent on this, and it's gonna be The Last Ronin, number 3. Yep, number 3 is coming. I was gonna say, oh, we're already here, but then again, it did kind of take forever, right?
Yeah, it did.
So never mind, it did take forever for us to get to this. To the point where like we already saw this cover so freaking long ago, you know? Man.
The anticipation of that cover, dude. You just see that cover and you're like, I want to read it. I want to know it's that mask that's getting my attention.
Yeah. So, let's start with you, Francisco. Give me your what do you think, man? What are you looking forward to on this?
Dude, it's Casey Jones. That's it. I want to know what happened, what's going on. And like they already like teased it a bit. And like, are we doing spoilers? No spoilers for number 2?
I think by now, maybe not give major spoilers. If anything, if you want to talk about the daughter, because that's not really a spoiler. That's kind of out there, you know.
Yeah, so she was showing how she was getting taught. She was also reading Casey's journal, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So it just all that's leading up to this, and it's like, for a lot of fans, because I know Casey Jones is one of the big, everybody's a big fan of Casey Jones.
Uh-huh.
And everybody's just excited to see what happens, and more or less like, is he gonna bring a tear to your eye as much as number 2 gave you as well?
Yeah, that was pretty good. I do recommend this as a read, actually, Alfredo. If this is one I do recommend to read, but you know what? We're so close to the end. I don't really know if you need to get the single issues, Alfredo, because you'll probably be able to get a trade pretty soon.
Honestly, I was, I'm waiting for the trade.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's the play. I think do that because we're already there. You know what I mean? It's gonna end on issue 4, and like this is gonna come out now, and for some reason the last issues don't take as long to come out on average, but we'll see if something happens because I'm expecting us to see that 4th cover pretty soon because they showed us this 3rd cover right away after number 2. You know, so and then I
feel a little bad though because I'm saying Casey Jones here, but we can't, I'm sorry, but it's just overshadowing Leonardo's sword.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It is, we are going to get some Leonardo like info as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get their stories. That's the cool part. Yeah, we got Raph's little short story in this one. But I mean, I put this as comic book pick of the week just because it's Last Ronin 3, and this book is hot, and it's one of the biggest things that happened for Turtles. I mean, this is the biggest book IDW has had, period, sales-wise, so far. in many, many, many years. I think this is like the record book for our modern age, right? Before everything was heavily printed. For IDW, this has been big for them. So, yeah, this is the recommended read. Real quick, let me jump right into the chat here. I want to acknowledge some. I appreciate all of you joining us here. I'm gonna scroll back through here. Vanessa Buffy Live Supercat says Henry Goldig. So he's the guy who's Snake Eyes. He did many things in England, but mostly did rom-coms in the USA. See, I didn't know that. That's cool. I didn't know that. So he actually, so we already had, he was already doing a lot of, a lot of times those television actors are some of the better actors because like those television schedules are so crazy. Like I've heard of people that do like telenovelas and shit like that. Like they're so like, they work every freaking day that like, you know what I mean? Like they're just, and they don't have time to memorize the scripts and like, you know what I mean? So it's a lot more gnarlier.
Character.
Yeah. She says he did a movie with Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. Also did the lead of Crazy Rich Asians. Oh, okay.
That's probably where he's. I've heard of that movie and like, and my sister, you know, I think that's the type of thing she likes. But okay, that makes sense. Maybe he's jumping from that and being well known to an action series. That makes sense.
Yeah. Jump in the chat here. Josh says Thundercats, ho! That's what's up, Josh. Thanks for joining us, Josh. He says he would pay good money for some mask toys. Man, they're pretty hard to find, dude. Sometimes I wonder, like when you'd be at the flea markets or swap meets, you ever see those giant like toy bins, and you're just kind of like, man, you don't even know what you're looking at sometimes, but there might be gold in there, man. You know, there might be some gold in there. You know, there also might be some poo in there, right? But like, you dig your hand there, but yeah, like, you never know. And Vanessa says, oh, she's commenting on what you sell, Alfredo. She says she remembers that comic book store in Brawley, the one that was across from El Sol Market.
Yeah, it's the exact same one. It's like it was there for a while. It used to be on it's on Orchard Road, I think, in Brawley.
Okay.
Like when you it was there, and it was a store that looked like this guy's house.
Oh, okay.
Then they moved it to they moved it across the street from Del Sol. And when I was at college, it closed down. I was super bummed.
Yeah.
But it was like my place through junior high to like high school.
Awesome, dude.
Like, to go to, yeah.
And then Vanessa says, oh, Peter Dinklage. That's the guy's name.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I had that on the tip of my tongue. I just blanked out and forgot it. Yeah. Cool, man. All right. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in the chat. We appreciate all of you. Make this show even funner. Josh says Wizard did some excellent cast. Hell yeah, dude. They did some cool ones. I'm drawing a blank. I actually know someone that worked at Wizard. He's a good friend actually. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get him here on the show. Maybe we could talk about some old Wizard stuff and get some inside tips. He used to work at Valiant too. That's how I met him. But his job prior to that was at Wizard, and now he actually I don't know if he's still there, but he started working at Netflix. He does like the sub captions. So when you read like the title description on something, that's like his job. He types those in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty random, huh? So like that's the job he got right now, and like he says that like it's the simplest job, but like he freaking loves it because like I would imagine, you know, the pay's fantastic, right? Yeah, and it's not too much work, and yeah. But yeah, I'll see if I can get him on maybe in a month or two or something like that, if we can work that out. But yeah, fun show, guys. I appreciate you all. Alfredo, thank you so much for joining us today, dude.
Thanks
really appreciate it.
On.
Where can we find you on social media, Alfredo?
I hide because I'm a teacher and I don't want people to find me.
All right, whatever you want to plug. Anything you want to plug.
Here's what I'll plug. Okay, I'm a teacher at Hopewell High School. I have a graphic novel library.
Ooh, yes.
If any of you are cool and you have like I have a rule. If I read a graphic novel and I don't pick it up again in 6 months, I donate it to the high school so the kids can read it.
Nice.
Again, think in terms of like this is something that the kids are gonna look at. If you happen to stop by Hopewell High School and you want to drop that stuff off, I'll make sure it ends up on the library shelf.
There we go.
I guess that's my thing.
That is so freaking cool, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I remember when we worked together to get some books for you, and like I was so like, oh my, like why couldn't someone do that? Like I needed an Alfredo back then. You know what I mean? Like why couldn't someone do that for like me and my class? I swear, like, for me, like Goosebumps was everything, because like that was like the coolest thing, because like there was no like Marvel or DC graphic novels, you know what I mean? Like for us at least, we just had like bad selection. The only reason we even had the Goosebumps is because Scholastic was putting it out, and like the girls had like, what was it, like what, Fear Street or something, right? I don't even know what it was. Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys and all this stuff. And so like Goosebumps would come out, and so we'd try to get those books. But I swear, if we had like, Dark Knight Returns, and we had some Frank Miller, and we had some like
awesome.
Watchmen and all that would have been fantastic. Even at the high school, like they did not have a good selection. I looked for those kinds of things, and it was such a drag. And yeah, that's so cool of you, Alfredo, man. Those students there are very, very lucky, dude, for sure. They're lucky to have you, man. That is awesome. So
thanks for helping me out with that a couple years ago when we
collaborated on that. Oh, that was an honor, man. You guys have a fantastic selection, and someone with fantastic taste like you, dude. So keep it up. Keep up that great work. And Francisco, where can we find you at, brother?
At the Top Boy Blunder on Instagram.
There we go. Awesome. And you can find me at Ruben Najera. But most importantly, find us at Metahumans Comics, www.metahumanscomics.com. We just had a beautiful Invincible Red Sonja #1 variant come out. Dean Yeagle cover art, limited to 300 copies. So if you don't have one of those, you can grab one of those. On Sundays, we have a really cool live claim sale auction that starts at 6 Pacific Standard Time. I always got to remember to say that, the Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, just thank you everyone who joined in. Everyone in the chat, Vanessa, Josh, Pete, all of you, thank you for joining on in. It's great to have you. And without further ado, everybody stay safe, read some comics, and thank you for joining us. All right, so have a good night, everybody.